We got some interesting news to get into today. A former head WoW dev moving to another MMO team. That's right. Also, the numbers are getting wild in WoW. I mean, absolutely insane. Guardian Druid, we just talked about them breaking the game in Raid. Well, they're doing it in Mythic Plus as well. So we're going to dive straight into that stuff. Without further ado, let's just jump straight in. Former World of Warcraft lead game designer Brian Halinka has joined the Riot Games team. That's right, it's a principal game designer on their League of Legends MMO. That's right, it's not canceled. Many people think the League of Legends MMO was canceled not too long ago. It wasn't. It was just like basically reset, put on delay. They still say this thing's going to come out before 2030. We'll see if that actually happens. And for a lot of you guys who don't remember Brian Halinka, he was like the head of PvP for a while in World of Warcraft. He was major combat design, lead combat design, basically from 2018 and on. He left for a little while during his time at Blizzard to join a special Blizzard project. It may have been that survival game. Remember, that was going to be a thing from Blizzard for a little while, and then it wasn't. And then he came back to World of Warcraft, as I said before, in 2018 as the lead combat game designer. He's a big PvP guy, loved PvP, was a big Call of Duty player, too, if you didn't know that. And he also joined the fantastic Pixel Castle at one point from Greg Streets, who was a former Blizzard guy as well, starting their own company, but that seemed to fall apart. They were making an MMO as well. Making an MMO is a tough thing, and a lot of people have failed at it, but Riot probably won't, if I'm being honest. They're big enough, they're well-known enough, and they have enough background lore. If you know anything about Riot's lore in terms of Runeterra and all of their characters that they have plenty to pull from, so we'll see how that thing turns out. But yes, another Blizzard dev, or former Blizzard dev, joining the Riot MMO team. Interesting news indeed. Moving on to a trinket that's a little bit scuffed, a little bit broken, but people are using it. The Darkmoon Trinket has been discovered to be very powerful. That's right. You might not see this on your biz lists or anything like that, but this trinket is quickly becoming best in slot for everybody, and I'll explain exactly why in a moment. If you don't know, the Darkmoon Dominion Blood is actually created by scribes with the inscription profession. In order to make it, you'll need 2 sparks of radiance alongside Thalassian Songwater, 20 motes of light, a Darkmoon deck blood, Torment Tantalum, 10 Torment Tantalums specifically, and 5 soul ciphers. So you make this thing, right? It works, it has an embellishment slot as well, so you only get to equip 2 of those, so keep that in mind. You can also upgrade it with an Ascendant Void Core to take its item level all the way to 295. Now, why are people using this? Why did it suddenly become this big dick trinket and people weren't noticing it? Well, it may have a little bit of a glitch, potentially, or it may be working as intended. So what this thing does, it actually increases your secondary stat by 598. Now, you probably say, Sam, that's not that big, Dick. What are we talking about here? It's all right. It's nothing crazy. Well, it turns out that if your secondary stat is tied with another stat, it does it to both. So buckle up, because we're about to go full degens here. Players are now tying up multiple stats as their secondary best stat. They are using like gems basically from 2 expansions ago to add 1 to 2, maybe 3 things here or there to make sure everything levels out. Essentially, what you can do by doing that is you can put out a maximum of 2,392 bonus secondary stats through this trinket. Yes, Sam, you need this? I know. It's crazy. Basically, every single stat that's tied for second place gets boosted through the roof. So this creates a maxed out, it almost creates like a hero, what the hell, I'm fucking tripping out, heroism buff on your character because the stats get boosted so hard. So players, as I said before, balancing out things perfectly, adding 2 to 3 haste here or there, some burst here, a little bit. You got to work really hard to kind of get it all straightened out. But if you can, without managing to even miss by anything by a single point, this trinket becomes extremely OP. I can't promise you it's going to stay this way, by the way. Blizzard may find this and think, well, this isn't how we intended this trinket to work. But for now, it's absolutely breaking the game. The people who are using it, if you do get in a group with someone who's using it, probably going to lead in DPS or anything else that they're doing at this time. So they changed it at 6 p.m. yesterday. No, don't tell me that, Hotstitute. Don't tell me that. Well, we'll see. I haven't seen it in a hotfix just yet, but look at that. Hots was on it. He was hot on the case. So, hey, it's fun. It's always cool for people to see this kind of stuff and make these kind of world-breaking trinkets while they're breakable. Hold on to your Trader's Tender. We know the trading post this month's pretty interesting. It's got all that totemic vibe, a lot of Tauren-y stuff, a lot of Woody Boy armor and everything like that. If you're into it, you might be able to save some Trader's Tender on this ensemble. This ensemble right here, the ensemble of the Sunbringer's Painted Battle Garb, it's going to cost you some Trader's Tender, but maybe you don't want to spend it because from June 21st until July 5th, the Midsummer Fire Festival is coming back, and it has a lot of similar looking armor to this one. I know it's hard to compare because this one's on a Tauren and this one's on what looks like a female Blood Elf or something. But basically, it's got a lot of the same silhouette. It's got the wood look. It is a different colorway. But if you're interested in this and you're lacking Trader's Tender, you're kind of, you know, wondering what you should spend it on, you got to pick and choose everything. You might want to wait on this armor set because, yes, this pretty looking one is also coming with the Midsummer Fire Festival. So you'll be able to get one of these at least. If you got a ton of Trader's Tender, shit, buy them both. Why not? Moving on to the world-breaking Guardians. That's right. Guardians of the, I don't know, Azeroth Galaxy. I don't know what you want to call them. But right now, Guardian Druids are breaking the game in multiple ways. Just yesterday, I showed you guys the 30-man Guardian raid on Voidspire. That's right, full cleared heroic Voidspire with 30 fucking bears. I mean, that's the most bears I've ever seen since my late nights back on Moonguard. There's a lot of shit going on there. A lot of, what is it? Not their swipe ability. What's their new ability that they're always using? They're basically just swiping their paws on everything. That's a big thing right now. And Guardian Druids are not only taking over raiding, they're breaking Mythic Plus. Right now, overall, the most popular spec in all of Mythic Plus. That's right, all of Mythic. I'm saying everywhere. Not just Guardians sitting there in a couple keys here. Entire game. I'm talking entire game. Right now, Guardian Druids have taken over the top spot with a huge 1.4% of the player base jumping onto Guardian Druids who weren't already playing Guardian, passing Retribution Paladins as the most popular class right now in Mythic Plus. Ret didn't drop off. They just got passed up. It's absolutely insane how many people decided to try out Guardian Druid. Beast Mastery has also moved up quite a bit. Looking good for them. They moved up 0.6%, which is good for them. And Demonology actually dropped off a little bit. We also saw, who else is it? Unholy get a little bit of a bump here. Frost Mage is holding up pretty well, only dropping one spot. They're doing pretty darn good. It's Unholy DK that actually got passed up by Beast Mastery Hunter. They're still, you know, part of the meta. They're one of the best right now DPS specs. We're going to look at the DPS charts here in a second for Mythic Plus, but they're still doing good. Other than that, we see Monk as the only class with 2 specs in the top 10. They've been having a great expansion. I said that the other day. And although Paladin is very close behind with Protection in 11th place, Fire didn't move much at all after its butts, only managing to move out of dead last. But Arcane did jump 4 spots. So there we go. Fire Mage moving up just a little bit after their recent buffs. Devastation Evoker not getting invited to anything these days. That's pretty sad for them. Arcane Mage still down here at the bottom. In the middle right now, we see like Blood DKs as tanks, Havoc Demon Hunters, Vengeance Demon Hunters, Enhancement Shamans, Survival Hunters, Sub-Titty Rogues, Shadow Priests, Affliction Warlocks. A lot of the same people have been sitting around here. When we're looking overall, right now, it's just Guardian Druids and everybody else. It's pretty crazy how much they've pumped up. And it's not just because people want to be bears. They're absolutely putting out crazy numbers. Looking at the number of keys being run right now, plus 24 is your highest key. I'm kind of covering that up right now. But that's what it says down here. Plus 24 being the highest key run right now. And it's starting to take shape in terms of the meta. We've seen now, obviously, Guardian Druids being the highest number of tanks out there and the highest number of overall played at 8.1% of the player base playing that spec right now. As for Retribution Paladins, it's at 8%, so only a 0.1% difference between those two. Hunter being your number 1 range DPS right now. Beast Mastery specifically at 6.9%. Unholy DK, 6.5% of the player base playing that. And then for your number 1 healer right now, we see Restoration Shaman, 5.5%, and Mistweaver Monk a little bit behind him at 5.3%. Demonology Warlock being your second most used range right now at 5.2% of the player base. These numbers have, these guys have been alternating around right now. As I said before, the big story here is a tank class taking the top spot. Now, looking at the metas, okay, these are your number 1 runs. We're looking at all Mythic Plus keys last week. How did they look? There's one tank that's kind of taking the cake here. I mean, it's absolutely insane. All of these groups use Guardian Druids, except two, who use Brewmaster Monks, it looks like. So Brewmaster Monk was the meta for a little while, and some people seem to still be using them. Not a single Blood DK, not a single Prot Paladin, nowhere to be seen here. No Prot Warriors, just a bunch of bears running around. Besides that, we see recently Restoration Shaman and Mistweaver Monk taking the second spot here. So Mistweaver Monk, followed by Unholy DK. We got Devastation, or I should say Demonology Warlock, and then we have Augmentation Evoker. Augmentation Evoker sitting up here. Now, sorry, this isn't Demonology Warlock. This is your, God, what's it called? Your Devastation Demon Hunter. Devour Demon Hunter. I keep forgetting what the hell they're called. Devour Demon Hunter sitting up here. So your meta right now, as I said before, we got Guardian Druid, Mistweaver Monk, Unholy DK, Devour Demon Hunter, Augmentation Evoker. That right now is your top group, being run by quite a large margin. I mean, these guys are making up, oh my God, 16.5% of all runs are being run by this comp. That's probably the most meta I've ever seen in this freaking thing. That's crazy. The next most popular thing, the only thing we're seeing swapped out, is Retribution Paladin for Devour Demon Hunter. We see Demonology Warlock for Augmentation Evoker, and we see Resto Shaman for Mistweaver Monk. The ones holding steady really are Unholy DK and Guardian Druid. Those guys are showing up in almost every single group down here. The comps are very comparable. I don't know what the hell to say. That's a crazy number of people running with the same exact comp over and over and over. It's a meta that's pretty much locked in at this point. In terms of damage percentiles output, Augmentation Evoker is actually the top right now. If you're looking just at the 95th percentile, right? Those top end parses, Augmentation Evoker sitting at the top, followed by Devour Demon Hunter, Unholy DK just behind them, Arms Warrior behind them, Outlaw Rogue, Retribution Paladin, Survival Hunter, and Demonology Warlock, all making up your top boys there. At the very bottom, as I said before, Devastation Evoker doing nothing. It's absolutely nothing is devastating about Devastation Evoker right now. Destro Warlock, Balanced Druid, Frost DK, Windwalker Monk, Fire Mage, and Havoc Demon Hunter sitting there at the bottom as well. Looking at the all percentiles, kind of the same range of what I've been saying earlier. And right now, here is your kind of your tier makeup, okay? Overall, S tier DPS classes right now are Unholy DK and Devour Demon Hunter when it comes to Mythic Plus. Your B tier, dropping off from S to B here, we have Demonology Warlock, Augmentation Evoker, Ret Paladin, and Arms Warrior. Your C tier kind of made up of a lot of the same characters we've been seeing quite a while now. Feral Druid, Outlaw Rogue, Ass Rogue, Survival Hunter, Affliction Warlock, Beast Mastery Hunter, Sub-Titty Rogue, Fury Warrior. Those are your Cs. At the very bottom, your F tier right now, Balanced Druid, Devastation Evoker, Frost and Fire Mage, Destro Warlock. If I didn't say your name, the rest of them are D tier. Your biggest mover up of all of these specs right now, Feral Druid actually up 6 spots from their recent 4% buff. If you remember, they received a 4% buff to all damage output. That moved them up 6 spots overall in this chart. Your biggest mover down looks like, who is it? Sub-Titty Rogue down 4 spots recently. So that's it's a bit, they're still sitting in the same tier at C tier, but they're down 4 spots. Actually, I take it back. I said Feral was up 6 spots. That was the biggest. It's actually Arcane Mage, who came from like dead last, up 7 spots. They're still not very usable, sitting here in D tier, but that was the biggest move up. Pretty big, actually. So looking good. We'll see how these charts continue to move going forward. But right now, Frost Mage is fun. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more Frost Mages. Frost Mage took off early in the expansion. They got nerfed so hard, man. They're still sitting in F tier. That's pretty crazy. Okay, now moving on to probably what's the most important piece of news of the day today. It's art, boys. Absolutely fantastic art. We saw a player in player housing used 1,600 dyed cobblestones to make what? A mural of Xal'atath. That's right. Take it in, boys. It's a tall drink of water. A beautiful footsie mural of Xal'atath sitting there now on somebody's floor. This is probably, it's not this clean anymore, I'm guessing. Somebody's gooned it out on this floor for sure at this point. But I gotta, respect talent where respect is due. This man made an absolutely glorious looking piece of floor model here. Xal'atath would be proud. I don't know what you want to call her, the harbinger of feet. I don't know, but players are eating it up. It's absolutely taken over the Reddit forums. Yeah, I mean, this is a great meme to describe what we're looking at here for sure. Overall, as I said before, 1,600 pieces it was to make this thing. Crazy ass shit. And what does it say? Sometimes the feat of fate must be forced. Yeah, great line there. I don't look at player housing shit often, but when it's this good, I really can't pass it by. Pre-gooned? Yeah, right. The feat harbinger for sure. We'll keep up with all the stats and everything else. We'll keep seeing what the hell happens with Guardian Druids going forward. It's been absolutely insane so far. But for today, that is all in terms of news.